Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. If you like The Mike Wagner Show and you want to make your own podcast, well, let me tell you about Anchor. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise at the Mike Wagner Show podcast on Amazon, like t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and more. Makes great gifts 24/7, 365. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mian Mohsen Zia store for t-shirts, hoodies, pop sockets, and also great books like Missing, Once, Wrinkles, and more. Make sure you check out the Mian Mohsen Zia store. And don't forget to support us on Anchor FM/support, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you donate today. We're here with a terrific author and actor, and he's got a book out right now. He's ready to talk about, and has also got 2 wonderful children who made it into Hollywood, and he's got some big news to talk about. And the book, by the way, we'll be talking about is similar to the Beverly Hillbillies family and leading a quiet life in North Carolina. And until they got to Los Angeles, things have kind of changed. So think of the Beverly Hillbillies meeting the modern family. Hey, Jethro, you hear that? Well, that black gold and Texas tea. And he's also got a son who's an accomplished actor, and he's going to be just wrapped up a movie with Neil Patrick Harris. We'll talk about that. And a daughter who played a wonderful character in Netflix. We'll talk more about that. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina, the very multi-talented actor, author, and of the book Until Tomorrow, Little People, the very wonderful Matt DeBoer. Matt, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's great to have you on board as well, too, Matt. So basically, your book is Until Tomorrow, Little People, which is the Beverly Hillbillies meeting modern families. So we'll talk about how that all came together. And you got a son, Chandler, who is an accomplished actor, and you just wrapped up a Christmas movie with Neil Patrick Harris that's going to be coming out. And also you have a wonderful daughter, Olivia, who played Young Love in You, which is on Netflix. And before we get into all that, with yourself, tell us how I first got started, Matt.
Yeah, thanks. It's great to be here, as I said. And really, we just kind of got started as a family in this, this adventure. We went out. I took the kids out to California one day for spring break, actually, and we were going to do a little road trip from LA down to San Diego, and happened to do a filming of America's Funniest Home Videos. And then the kids were walking down Hollywood Boulevard, and Jimmy Kimmel Show just happened to be interviewing kids, and they interviewed both of ours, and we didn't think much of it. But then a couple of days later, we found out that out of the hundreds of kids that they had, both kids had made the cut. And wow. So then that evening, we told family and friends all over to watch, and the kids were able to see it, and kind of got the first taste of being on TV and what it was like. And my son, when we got home, of course, kind of had the bug for acting and was able to give me a 10-point PowerPoint presentation on all the reasons we should move to LA. And he was kind enough to pick out some of the $15 million, $20 million homes in Malibu that he said we could just go ahead and buy. So the dream was large for him, so we started local, had them start local because, quite honestly, I thought it would be something like soccer or baseball or something. You do it a couple days or a couple weeks and then it's out of your system and you move on to the next thing. But for them, it stuck. And they had a lot of success locally, and then had an opportunity to go down to Orlando to a talent competition where my son took the gold medal for child actor. He was 11 at the time, and he was in the 12 and under. And my daughter took the silver, and she was 13, and she was in the 13 to 18 group. So that exposed them to agents, which then gave them the opportunity to come out for pilot season. And that's where the book begins. It starts, our journey of taking 3 months out of our lives, or what we thought would be 3 months, and to travel to California from North Carolina and just get a taste of what the Hollywood life was and give them a shot at chasing their dream.
Oh my gosh, what a story. And you didn't need to strike gold by accident in the backyard in North Carolina. You didn't need to do that.
No, we were fortunate enough to, the planets aligned at that time for us to take 3 months and move out there. And then, one thing led to another, and the kids started booking some roles. But, the truth be told, and that's where the little people part of the title comes in, is I was the first paid actor. I figured, what the heck, I'm just going to throw, as a real estate agent at the time, I threw my headshot out there as kind of as a joke, but then landed I'm sure you're probably familiar with my starring role as Brian Zielinski on Supreme Justice with Judge Karen, which I think you might be one of the 7 or 8 people that watched that with me in it. But, but
I thought I was on the jury or something.
No, it was, I got a little makeup on my face. I got to go to a green room. I got, where they had a couple bottles of water and some potato chips. And so I felt pretty cool and made a little money and got to be on TV. And so that kind of, I was writing at the time, and then it was a blog, and I always signed off Until Tomorrow. But then after that, of course, I was pretty big. I was like Clooney, Pitt, and DeBoer, that type of level. And so it was Until Tomorrow, Little People.
That is so fascinating. And who are some of your favorite actors, singers, some of your favorite actors, actresses, and movies and TV shows growing up?
Growing up, for me, I was a big fan. I loved action movies. So I came up in the Stallone and Schwarzenegger era, so watching them. But I really enjoyed Morgan Freeman, Tim Robbins. There's some movies, Shawshank Redemption, but then, I think of Richard Dreyfuss and Stand By Me and his, the way he would narrate. And so those are the things that kind of resonated to me. It was more the storytelling than it was so much the acting. And that was what always stuck with me.
And of course, what are some of your favorite movies as well, too, growing up, and what's also some of your favorite genres?
Yeah, well, Caddyshack has to be right up there because I grew up on a golf course and played a lot of golf as a kid. So, Caddyshack was definitely at the top of the list, along with The Godfather, and then, Pulp Fiction came along, and so it just kind of switched. I like really anything, Westerns, all of it. I really like a good story. So.
What was your favorite scene from Caddyshack? I haven't seen it about 3-4 times. One of my favorites. It's like, Bill Murray from Chicago just chasing that little golfer around. It's like, I'm going to get you.
Yeah. Well, and when Chevy's playing night golf and, he and Bill get stuck in the little Caddyshack there, that's of course a classic scene. But, there's so many. Rodney Dangerfield was hilarious. And then to find out the story behind the scenes and how it all came together was fascinating as well. So, yeah, I've always enjoyed that one.
I think one of my favorites in Caddyshack, where it's like Bill Murray was working the grounds and he just took like a Baby Ruth and threw it in the pool, and you think it's like and everybody panics, runs, and all that, or some kid did that, and he looks, it's like, and the owner goes, fainted, goes, that's just a Baby Ruth. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and right before that, you see on the board, it's like all the little details, like it's caddy day, and they're allowed in the pool from 1 to 1:15. Little things like that. That's what I love. And then of course the scene with on the yacht, when he's christening the yacht and things like that. So yeah, there's so many classic lines and classic moments in that movie.
You talking about being on the golf course, grow up in Carolina. What would you say your par was at the time, or maybe consider like maybe a golfing career or something? What was your par at the time, like average?
Well, I wasn't too bad, and I grew up in Minnesota, so I was only able to play up there a couple months out of the year when it wasn't snowing. But I was a scratch golfer at my height, and played through college and so forth. And that was kind of the dream in the back of the mind, was to become a professional golfer. But I didn't have the dedication or the talent that it took to get to that level. But I've been able to play all my life, so no complaints.
I don't think anybody complain either. It's like the best I could probably do is miniature golf, and I'm like, oh, what am I, like maybe 20, 30 over par or something? We'll talk about your book, Until Tomorrow, Little People, and also about your amazing children. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Girls Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise on Amazon, Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, check out the Mia Molson-Zia store for great books, t-shirts, and a lot more. Go to Amazon.com. Make sure you do so today. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you donate today. We're here with actor, author Matt DeBoer here on the Mike Wagner Show with his book, Until Tomorrow, Little People. And you talked about that one TV show that you had. It was maybe watched by 7 or 8 people. And how about some of the others you had been in before you actually became an author of Until Tomorrow?
Well, there's I did a couple commercials really, and that's about it. So my acting career isn't as long and lengthy as my kids, but I did a Toyo Tire commercial and a couple other little things, but which is all part of the book because it was such a funny experience coming out of North Carolina and into this, the the mecca of acting, and being able to do some of these things and see how it all works, and be a part of Hollywood in general was fascinating, because it's just a bunch of people chasing their dreams, and it was really fun to be a part of.
It sounds like it too. And what would be the one advice you would give to anybody that pursues Hollywood?
Well, have a plan. For us, there are so many different facets that are going on while we were out there. We were able to really put a good team around us. We found a really good manager. We found the kids had great agents, and we had an acting coach who's an actor himself. And so it's like really in the industry. There's a lot of connections. So it's participating in the workshops and things along those lines, and networking and so forth. So just so happened to be the right time for us and work out. And, we were able to capture that on the page. So that was fun.
That's also a lot of fun too. And also point out some of the other highlights in the book as well too, Until Tomorrow, Little People, and maybe just a bit more that, people can look forward to as well, besides, being little people. So
yeah, what it does is it just starts our journey. It starts with the kids starting to act, and myself and all, and just captures, how do we move from a life of security that we knew, right? In North Carolina to, basically from a house into 1,000 square foot, a 2-bedroom apartment, and how do we survive that? And because it was a shock to the system, it was a whole brand new area. And, we never really thought, when we thought of our life moving forward, that was part of the plan. But, we just kind of threw caution to the wind a little bit and took a chance. And we all learned something about ourselves while being out there. We were forced to be together in small, kind of confinement, so to speak. But, we were really relied on each other, and we just really got involved in each other's lives. And I think in a day-to-day environment of the regular world, those things don't happen, because everybody's so hyper-focused on what they're doing. But out there, we were really cognizant of what everybody was working on, and, worked together. So that was really enjoyable.
And then how about the people in Los Angeles as well too? It's like, when you say from North Carolina, how do they take it to that? It's like, how much of adjustment did it take for you to, say, become accepted or so?
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as you would think, because what you find is everybody is kind of in the same boat. Not a lot of people are from there, right? There are obviously plenty that we met. We met a guy in the book I referred to as Uncle Joe, because he's been there all of his life, and he gave us the behind the scenes information that we needed, and was valuable to us. But, everywhere you go, waiters, waitresses, bartenders, hosts, Uber drivers, everybody's an actor, and everybody's chasing something. And so the bit of advice would be to have a plan. For us, we were fortunate that we had a time frame that we were allotting, and we knew what we wanted to do, and we were very fortunate to get the right opportunities.
And of course, speaking of opportunities as well too, your son Chandler is an accomplished actor, and just got done with a Christmas film with Neil Patrick Harris. And tell us more about that, and when can we expect it? Yeah,
it's coming out in November. It's called 8-Bit Christmas, with Neil Patrick Harris and Steve Zahn and June Diane Raphael, and then just a great cast. It was a lot of fun to be a part of and to watch. And we were up in Toronto for 3 months, and it's great to see the behind the scenes stuff and how hard everybody works, and it was fascinating. But the best part was just the genuine laughter from the movie when being filmed. I mean, it's a well written, well put together script, and I can't wait for it to come out. And the other big news we got on him yesterday, was that he was just nominated in the Young Artist Academy Awards for a guest starring role on Blackish. So,
oh, wow.
Good things are coming for him. Yeah, thank you. And we keep moving forward and seeing what's next. And that's what's fun, and that's what makes the book enjoyable, I think, is that every chapter is different. It's not a steady story. It's just a whole lot of craziness and lumped into one. And I think it helps people realize that they're not the only crazy ones out there.
just like many of us, and I thought I was crazy. So
yeah.
And your daughter Olivia as well too, play Young Love in You on Netflix, and tell us more about her.
Yeah, she was fantastic. You know, it's kind of funny because she also has another movie coming out called The Healer, and in both she plays psychotic killers. So she's kind of developed herself as somebody you don't want to cross paths with. You know, with so exactly, exactly. And I was a little bit taken aback by how natural she was at the role when she gets to kill people, but she was she was very convincing and good, and you know had a blast. And California was really good for her from a personal level because you know we went out there, the kids were young, and you know they left their friends behind, and so in the book we talk about you know those feelings and those emotions and how do they deal with that, but then also when they're in North Carolina, acting isn't a big part of childhood, right? And if you are an actor, then you're it's more of a specialty than something that's normal. It's more sports and things like that. So it was fun for them to go out to Hollywood and be around like people who had the same interests, and so they were really able to embrace that creative side. And you know the stories that came from it were fantastic. So
And what's the main message you like your readers to get out of the book?
Well, there's a couple things. One, you know, for me personally, it was writing. I've always wanted to be an author, and I've written all my life, but I've never really shared anything because it was what I call a silent dream, and it was one of those dreams that was so fragile that I would only share it with a select few. And then so for me to take a step out and share my writing was a big step. And so it kind of goes into, you know, that type of thought process in regards to what did it take to get there, to really take a chance. And, you know, everybody does the, we need to take a chance and all these things. And that is a big part of it, but it was also about finding yourself again. And, you know, even though I have my AARP card, it wasn't too late to take a shot and do something and try something different. And, you know, I gained confidence from the kids gained confidence from their parents. And so we just kind of fed off each other. And the other part of the book is just to take a moment to remember to find the funny. And that's the other message, because for me, I didn't want to go to California. I didn't want anything to do with it. I wanted to stay in North Carolina. And so when I came out to California, I wasn't probably in the best frame of mind, and everything was really annoying to me because, you know, if somebody was standing in the middle of the street looking at the stars and blocking traffic, you know, I was like, all right, come on, let's get moving. But once I started writing and started looking for the funny moments, my whole perspective on life changed. Wow. And yeah, it allowed me to kind of cope with what was going on in our lives, because if something stressful was happening, I could turn it into a funny moment. And that really helped me develop a whole different attitude. And when I started finding the funny, it just kind of snowballed. And, you know, the best part about writing the book was, you know, sharing some of the stories with other people through a blog and hearing how they laughed or hearing how it impacted their lives. And you know, that's the best part. I just went back up to Minnesota and ran into a bunch of people who had read the book, and to hear that is really cool. You know, that you made somebody laugh without being in the room, actually being in the room with them. So that was neat. That
sounds really cool as well too. And who are some of your favorite authors and writers growing up?
Well, I grew up with Stephen King. You know, that was really the genesis of my reading was all of his books, and not so much from the gore and all that, but more so from how he could just get you into a story. And just, you know, I remember being young and reading it and being so scared I had to put the book down. You know, that's the only time that's ever happened. But I mean, it always impacted me that you could have that kind of effect on somebody through a written word, and the way he would describe characters and situations without a bunch of fluff and dragging on and on and on really resonated with me, and kind of getting to the point. And then when I read Justin Halpern and Dave Barry and some comedic writers, that was the first time I really experienced humor on a page, and that was neat and interesting. And so, you know, I've had a lot of great influences along the way, obviously the classics and so forth, but those are the ones that stand out.
That sounds very interesting as well too. And you brought up a great point about reading one of Stephen King's book and scared you. Which book was that? It? Oh, that's right.
Scared the daylights out of me.
Yes.
Yeah. Clowns. To this day, sewers and clowns. And then we actually, when I was writing, we were living in Burbank, and they were just launching It, the second movie, It 2. and they had painted the water tower for dairy, and they had red balloons all over the city and so forth. So that brought some bad memories back in my life.
Oh, it didn't make you terrified of clowns, did you?
No, no, not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay, because I was going to say, I've heard some people getting terrified of clowns. They want them at birthday parties, circus, and everything else. So,
no, not that bad.
My gosh, that is something as well, too. And where can we find your book, Until Tomorrow, Little People, at?
It's on Amazon. It's Barnes & Noble, Goodreads, pretty much anywhere online you can find it. It's free right now in Kindle Unlimited if you'd like to sample it and take a look at it. So, yeah. And then I also have a website with some of the videos and pictures and so forth from the trip called untiltomorrowlp.com. And there's some samples on that website as well. So, it's just a fun story. It's a good weekend beach read type thing, when you just want to forget about the craziness that's around you and just laugh and have a good time. So
we'll certainly pick one up as well, too, next time we head out to Beverly Hills and all that. So bring Jethro with. And what's coming up for Matt DeBoer in 2021 and more, we'll find out just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international war-ring author Mia Molson Zia Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with actor and author of Until Tomorrow, Little People, Matt DeBoer, after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with actor and author Matt DeBoer of Until Tomorrow, Little People here on the Mike Wagner Show. I had a great time talking with Matt about the book and the journey going from North Carolina over to Los Angeles, and having the success of children being actors. And speaking of success, what can we expect from you guys in 2021 and beyond?
Well, a lot of good things are happening right now. Olivia, our daughter, has a movie coming out, and I think that'll probably be somewhere around the beginning of 2022. Chandler's movie 8-Bit Christmas comes out in November, and it'll be a Christmas movie, so that'll be hopefully out in theaters for a while. Looking forward to the premiere on that one. That'll be his first experience doing that, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm working on a follow-up book from our time in Canada and just other daily observations and so forth in this crazy world we live in. So I'm hoping to launch that sometime by the end of or in the fall of 22.
Certainly looking forward as well, too, especially coming from Canada. It's like, I love to hear that, minus the hockey pucks. But
that was an interesting experience.
And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Oh, gosh. I would say probably my wife. simply because of what she's had to do and overcome in her life to get to the position and level that she's at, and just kind of her perseverance and drive and so forth. And she is really the one that kind of keeps me grounded and focused, because I have being of the creative type, so to speak, my mind is a little bit scattered and goes from left to right, really quick. And she kind of makes sure that I'm staying on the straight and narrow and focused. So, I owe a lot of my success to her.
That's just amazing too. I was trying to keep up as well too. So, and what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Well, just do it. Really, that's, not to steal it from Nike and so forth, but I also have a friend that I grew up with who's a superintendent, and his motto is "you get to." Not you don't have to, but you get to. And so just kind of looking at life as opportunity instead of obstacles. And Lord knows that it's taken me 50 plus years to try to figure that out. And, I was able to take a chance and do some things that I really enjoy doing. And what I found was, while it was work, it was so enjoyable, it didn't feel like it. And it's, that in itself is addicting. And so as a writer, writing every day, you hear that from everybody you talk to. And there, no truer words have been spoken, because that is absolutely a must to keep the creative juices flowing. So that's what I would say. That's very amazing too. And of course, I hear people all the time, if it's not work you enjoy, it's just like the Geico lizard. If it's something you enjoy, it's not work at all. So always listen to the lizard. So there you go. Yeah, can't argue with the lizard. That's right. That's right. So we're here with actor, author Matt DeBoer of Until Tomorrow, Little People, here on the Mike Wagner Show. Matt, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 and beyond. Don't forget to keep in touch. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your book? Sure. Yeah, the book is Until Tomorrow, Little People, and you can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Goodreads, and pretty much anywhere you shop online. And then I also have a website called UntilTomorrowLP.com, which has a bunch of the behind-the-scenes photos of the book, including videos and so forth, and then also a couple sample chapters of the book itself. And if you're a member of Kindle Unlimited, it's free to download right now. So I would highly encourage you to do that and take a look at it, and would love to hear from you, either through my website. You can contact me there. That sounds amazing. Once again, Matt, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 and beyond. Don't forget to keep in touch. You've been absolutely terrific. And next time you travel somewhere, like you go to Minnesota, Carolina, Canada, or anywhere, make sure you drop us a postcard. All right, will do, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hey, everybody. My name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.